Good afternoon. Today we will cover Python MySQL connectivity. Actually, this connectivity is not part of the curriculum of syllabus of IP, but it will help you a lot if you know the connectivity in detail. It is quite helpful in the development of the project. So one should know the connectivity well to develop proper project. Although in IP you need to transport the data from data frame to MySQL, data frame to CSV file, and vice versa. But remembering or just mugging up certain steps of connectivity, if I know the connectivity well, the procedure, what is connection, what is cursor, and what is record set, all that in detail, it is better, and you can develop the project in better way. So that is the purpose behind this video. Let us start. What is database connectivity? Actually, connectivity is a process of establishing the route between front end software and back end software. Why? To connect the route between front end and back end software, just for the movement of the data from front end to back end and vice versa. Now question is, what is front end software? The front end software is that software which provides the interface to the user, through which the user can interact with, can input data and can see output. That software, in our case Python programming language, Python interface is a front end software. And what is back end software? Back end software is required to keep our data in the database permanently for future use, so that it can further be retrieved. Otherwise, what happens? Whatever data we input in our programs, that remains temporarily in the RAM, and as and when we close the system, we close the application, our data is lost from the RAM. So there is a requirement of another media, another method, another technology, so that our database can be kept permanently for future use also. Further, it can be retrieved as and when it is required. And in database, generally our database system in the form of table, related tables, is stored on the hard disk of the system permanently. So in future we can use its reference, it can be modified, deleted, accessed, and as and when required. So that is the purpose of back end database softwares, MySQL in our case. So this is what about the connection and why connection is required, why we do connectivity, just to keep our database safe and sound somewhere permanently, so that again and again set of inputs are not required, or if required, those set of inputs can be stored somewhere permanently, or if it is required to retrieve, it can be retrieved from the stored database into the front end software, front end interface through which we are interacting. This is the purpose of connectivity. Here we are performing Python MySQL connectivity. Steps of connectivity are, first of all, you start Python, and before starting Python you should go to the command prompt in Windows and install the package. Which package? That will provide the interface between Python and database MySQL, that package has to be installed because related methods, related modules are residing in the package. So one package is PyMySQL and another package is MySQL.connector, by which you can establish the connectivity. So here in our case we'll be using MySQL.connector. So before using it, it is important to install it in our Python system. So how to install it? The same procedure as you have installed pandas and numpy. On command prompt, write pip install mysql.connector. It will start collecting the package from the net. Net connectivity is must, and after some time a progress bar will appear from 0% to 100%, and your package will be installed successfully. Thereafter start Python. As you can see, step is start Python. Then in your open some program in Python, and there you import the package. Pandas चाहिए तो pandas, import pandas as alias name, import mysql.connector as whatever alias name you want to keep. And before that, in MySQL your database must be created on which you want to work with. तो वो डेटाबेस पहले से ही आप MySQL में क्रिएट करके रखेंगे. यू हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड इट इन 11th क्लास, हाउ टू क्रिएट द डेटाबेस एंड रिलेटेड टेबल्स इन द डेटाबेस. So that must be ready in MySQL. Now open and establish a connection to a database. आप पहले कनेक्टिविटी इस्टेब्लिश कीजिए. फिर एक ऑब्जेक्ट होता है कर्सर ऑब्जेक्ट, इसे आप क्रिएट कीजिए. कर्सर ऑब्जेक्ट इज़ फॉर क्रिएट. After creation of cursor object, you can execute any SQL query. SQL query is the medium language by which your Python will interact with MySQL and vice versa. So cursor object is required for the execution of the SQL statement, SQL queries, select, insert, update, delete, whatever. Without cursor it cannot be done. Then execute the query through cursor object. Once cursor object has executed a query, you will have something in return. After executing a SQL command, you will have some records. So those records can be accessed and processed one by one through result set. So out of those records, in the form, maybe in the form of tuple, you can access each and every row, and out of each row you can access the value of each and every element, data element, that is column value, from each tuple of record. Then after accessing, you can clean up the environment. There is a certain process. Those processes are going to be displayed in the next slide. So these are the 8 steps you should follow if you want to connect Python with MySQL for the to and fro movement of data and to keep your data permanently in the database. Now after this these steps, let us see how to install MySQL connector. Here you have to go to the command prompt first, and on the command prompt type the command pip install mysql.connector. So such type of things and informations you will see collecting mysql.connector. I have written pip install mysql.connector. So after some time it will write successfully installed mysql.connector. That means mysql.connector package has been installed successfully. यहाँ पर आप exit लिख करके command prompt से बाहर चले जाएं, and then here are the steps how it will be done. Earlier you have studied 7-8 steps, and this is in this slide I have told especially the commands how it will be done. So pip install, I have already told you, pip install mysql.connector, the first step for the installation of the package or library on the command prompt, Windows command prompt. Then go for importing. In your program you have to write import mysql.connector. At the same time, before going to write a program on the in the interactive mode of Python, you can directly write import mysql.connector and press enter. If there is no any error, that means your package is being imported correctly and it has been installed correctly, right? So import mysql.connector will be the first step in your program. Otherwise, all functions, all methods will not work, like connect, cursor, fetch all these row count, close, and these functions will not execute. These functions will not work. Now, for connection, opening a connection, you can write any variable name mydb. So mysql.connector. Here it should be connector. By mistake, it is written connection. Correct it. It is connector dot connect. Connect is a method of this module. uh, Host equal to local host. As I told you that whenever you start MySQL, so your server starts and that server name is localhost. It is already inbuilt, so no need to do anything. Then user equal to root. एडमिन लेवल का आपका यूज़र बना हुआ है जो पहले से इनबिल्ट है, वो भी MySQL में, द इट्स नेम इज़ रूट. And password equal to inverted commas. Here you have to write the password of your MySQL. If you have defined, you can write the password. If you have not defined, you can write inverted commas 2 times, empty inverted commas, empty string. Then database equal to db1. Here you have to write the name of the database in which you want to work. That should already be created in MySQL. So writing this line, this connect method will return an object of connection type that is that is stored in MyDB, assigned in MyDB. After this, you have to create a cursor using MyDB object only, mydb.cursor. That means cursor is a method within the connection object, right? So mydb.cursor, mydb is an object and cursor is a method of which class? Connect class, you can say. Connect method से आपका mydb आया है, mydb से आप cursor create कर रहे हैं. Stored as my cursor, any variable of your choice. Execute the query. Suppose I am writing select star from student, it is a my query और इसको execute करना है. So my cursor name dot execute method. Execute method is capable of executing any type of query, either it is create table, insert into, delete from, update. Any command can be executed, even describe table name, show tables, any command can be executed using cursor name dot execute, then within bracket the SQL query. Then after this, what will happen? A result set will be created. That result set has to be stored in some object, in some variable. So that can be done using mycur.fetchAll function. Fetch all function क्या करेगा? Every record of my cursor, as I told you, select star from student is going to, have some records in mycur. So those records will be fetched through fetch all function into the variable in which you want. So now this variable records is having set of rows, set of tuples, which is the result of select star from student. So out of that tuple you can select one by one tuple and its elements as per your need. So for I in mycur.row count, mycur.row count will return how many rows are there in the result set. आपके कर्सर में कितनी रो हैं, रो काउंट इज एन एट्रीब्यूट ऑफ कर्सर. So it will return number of rows. Suppose there are 10 rows, so your loop is going to set for I in 10. That means your loop will move from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So print records of I means a record of 0, records of 1, records of 2, records of 3, and so on up to records of 9 will be displayed in the form of tuple. Here one more bracket is required, you have to correct it. Here print records of I, then print का bracket यहाँ पर missing है, थोड़ा इसको correct कर लीजिएगा. Now after this you will have all records from the cursor, and thereafter clean up the environment. My cur.close and my dv.close. Once the work is done, you have to clean up the environment so that anything, any definition or any content lying in these two objects will be finished, will be cleared, will be deleted. So that's all about the steps of your connectivity, Python SQL connectivity, stepwise programmatically you can do like this. Although there are so many other methods also, one by one gradually you will do those methods. So here in this slide you have learned how to write the commands for those steps specifically. Now suppose you want to create a database from within MySQL from within Python in MySQL. पाइथन से आप MySQL में डेटाबेस बनाना चाहते हैं, तो उसके लिए हाउ टू परफॉर्म इट प्रैक्टिकली. सी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल import mysql.connector, then you are opening the connection mydb equal to mysql.connector.connect, host equal to localhost, user equal to root, password equal to tiger. Here database equal to you have not written, since you don't have database right now, you want to create database. So database equal to db1 जो मैंने लिखा था पिछली स्लाइड में, that has not to be written. After this create a cursor, mycur equal to mydb.cursor. देन डेटाबेस क्रिएट करने के लिए आप एक क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट करा दीजिए, mycur.execute create database college. Suppose I want to create a database named college. After this you want to verify whether the database is created or not, since mycur.execute has executed this command. So you can verify it, mycur.execute show databases. After writing show databases, what will happen, mycur will currently have the value of number of rows of show databases. इसकी वैल्यूज आपके पास मिलेंगी. हाउ टू डिस्प्ले इट, you can write for any variable in cursor name, for x in mycur print x. So x is going to be printed in the form of tuple. Here you can see information schema, bank, car showroom. These are the pre-made databases. Earlier your database MySQL was having so many databases. Out of that my college database has been created here. You can see this is created here, and after having the output in Python you can go to MySQL also to verify whether college has been created or not. So you can see here college database is created in MySQL also, have verified here also. That means your college database is now created in the database. Now let us proceed for another. I think it is very much clear. Here in connection you have not to specify the database name, since you are not having any database right now. So after creation of database, in other slides, other coming slides will be using the database name as college, and the list of that database names you have already seen in the form of tuples. Now after this we will learn how to create the table from within Python program in MySQL. सो MyDB is as it is. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि database equal to college I have used since it is now created. After this I have made a query command. एक string बना लिया मैंने, string के फॉर्म में एक query command बना लिया. Create table student roll number int 3 primary key comma slash to change the new line slash I have put over there, name this everything matching to MySQL query command. Create table, how do you write on MySQL prompt? the same command has to be written in the form of string here in some variable, and on later after creation of the cursor this command is going to be executed. Now creating the cursor, cur is equal to mydb.cursor. Now executing the query, cur.execute, the same variable has to be written here. Either you can write this variable over here or you can write complete command over here, same thing. Earlier I was writing the complete command, select star from emp, that string was being written here within double quote. Now that string is stored in some variable and that variable is being referred over here, cursor.execute SQL query. Now printing the message table created. After creating the table, I want to see the list of tables within our database. So displaying the name of the tables. Cur.execute show tables. You know the command show tables displayed the list of tables within the particular database, specific database. So I have executed this. It may have one row, it may have number of rows, it may have one table, it may have many tables. So I want to access those tables. For I in cursor, same process as done earlier, print I. So what is in I has to be printed. So I is printing table colon student. Here you can see table colon as it is. I is having student in the form of tuple. Now displaying table structure, if you want to display the table structure also you can display cursor.execute desc student. This command is executed. Same way for x in cursor, print x. In the similar way I am executing this and accessing the table structure, roll number int 3, no primary, all that, name varchar yes, is int 2, class varchar 5. All these details we have from the cursor object in Python. We have not gone to MySQL yet, and the detail we are getting in Python itself from our MySQL. That means in MySQL also, in college database, a table student is created whose structure is this one: roll number int 3, name varchar 25, is int 2, class varchar 5, but it has no data inside it since we have not inserted any record within this table. So after creating the table and watching the list of table and table structure, we proceed for insertion of the records into the table student. See here also the process is same, import pandas as pd भी मैंने किया हुआ है. mysql.connector as con, I have defined an alias for this time. MyDB is equal to con.connect. In place of writing mysql.connector I am writing con.connect. Host localhost, user root, password tiger, database college. Then cursor is created, cur equal to mydb.cursor. Here for entering set of records again and again, each record I am having a loop so that you can insert number of records this time. So in loop is being controlled on the variable ans, answer equal to y. While answer is equal to capital Y or small y, both will be accepted and the loop will continue. In this loop, roll number is being entered through input statement converting into int. Name input statement, enter name. Is, enter age int में, class character में, strings में. Then creating the query. This is a little tedious. You have to be very careful while creating such queries in the form of string. Insert into student values, bracket start, inverted comma close. This much part is written within double quote, which is going to be concatenated with str of roll number. Since roll number is a variable, it is an integer type, it has to be converted into a string, then only concatenation plus using plus can be done. So plus inverted commas, comma should appear as it is, then single quote should appear as it is, then the value of name should be concatenated. As you know that name should be within the single quote, that is why डबल कोट में इस साइड में भी सिंगल कोट और इस डबल कोट में राइट हैंड साइड में भी सिंगल कोट मर्ज किया जा रहा है. So this thing, whatever you want to get appear as it is, should be enclosed within double quotes. So comma, then single quote, then name, whatever is the value of name. Name was already string, can be concatenated easily without any problem. And plus, then inverted commas में एक string दी रही, single quote comma, this should appear as it is. Then str of age, since age was being entered as integer and therefore converted into string for concatenation using plus operator. And then inverted commas में comma, then single quote again, because class should be within single quote having string type. So string type values are written in single quote. Here also single quote and bracket has been closed as a string. So after writing this command, if we remove plus, if we remove double quotes and substitute the values of the variables, then this query must match with the query command that we issue on MySQL prompt. If it is not matching, any comma, any single quote is falling short, then your command will not execute. Now execute this query, cur dot execute query. This is the part of loop. Loop के अंदर ही आपका ये हो रहा है. So this insert command will insert one row. So print कर दिया मैंने one row added successfully. Answer is equal to input. Do you want to add more records? If you will give y, that is yes. So because this loop is controlling on the variable of ans having y small or capital. So ans is being asked from the user to input here again in the form of string. So as soon as you give y, again it will start asking you roll number, name, age, class, and same procedure, same queries will be made. Then query will be executed, one row added successfully. Such type of things will keep on be happening as long as you are giving answer is equal to y. Once the things have been done and all these things have been collected in the cursor, so in the database, so database has to be committed. Commit is a command, transaction control language की command है ये MySQL में. It whatever changes are being made, whatever insertion you have done, 1 row, 2 row, 10 rows, thousands row right now, will be saved permanently on the hard disk in MySQL, so that it cannot be undone at all. So undo करना होता है तो MySQL mydb dot rollback करना होता है. So here commit command has to be issued after insert, update, delete. जो भी आपकी ये commands है, insert, update, delete, जितने DML statement है, after that mydb dot commit has to be issued, so that the result of those commands will become permanent and it will be stored permanently for further use on the hard disk, and that cannot be rolled back, that cannot be undone later. So after this the task is done, therefore clean up environment, cur dot close and mydb dot close, end of the program. So here you can see the output. First of all, it is asking, after running the program, it is asking enter roll number, enter name, enter age, and enter class. After entering all the 4 requirements, one row added successfully. Then asking, do you want to add more records? If I give yes, y, then also again the same thing is happening, one row added successfully. It will keep on asking, do you want to add more record? Like that you can enter as many record as you want into the table. And finally, do you want to add more record? As soon as you give n, that is extra than y, small y or capital Y, the loop is terminated and in MyDB will commit the database, and thereafter it will clean up the environment and your program will end. You can verify this by writing select star from student. So you will find those records which you have inserted here from within Python will be can be visualized, can be seen in MySQL also. So this is very simple to insert one record or more than one record within the table using this procedure. So today you have learned, I am summing it up, just concluding today's class. You have learned what is Python MySQL connectivity and what are the basic steps for connectivity, and then how to install mysql.connector package in our system. Thereafter, you have learnt practically, programmatically how to install mysql.connector, how to import, how to open a connection, how to create a cursor, and how to execute a query. After execution of query, how we can extract the data from the result set, then how to clean up the environment. These things you have learned practically, programmatically. Thereafter, database creation you have learned. Suppose we don't have any database right now, I want to create my own database and show databases, then verified whether my database is created in the list of databases or not. Thereafter, you have created a table has been created, and you can see table structure is also described along with that. Thereafter, environment has been cleaned up. So table creation may you have seen the list of tables along with table structure. That means create table command and show tables as well as describe table name. And thereafter, lastly, you have learnt how to insert the record into the table. यहाँ पर आपने एक लूप का भी इस्तेमाल किया. Through this loop, although simply you can insert one record by just writing the insert into query command simply for specific value, but here through this loop you are able to insert as many record as you want into the table to be inserted. So that's all about today's class. In next coming classes we will learn how to update, how to delete, and how to search, and how to display the records from a table in well formatted way. So that's all about today. We will meet in the next class on Friday. Thank you so much.